Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just getting these accounts set up. Market's opening here right now, actually. There's a sell-off. We sold off quite a bit, actually. Which means we could probably just expect some continuation of the sell-off, honestly. How's everybody doing, though? How's everyone's day going? Let me just go ahead and get this shared out to y'all. How's everybody doing today, though? Let's see if we can't make some money. Market's popping up now. We sold off quite a bit. We're in an hourly imbalance here without being able to push lower at the moment. Friday low. That was Monday's price action. Friday low. Previous week. Take a peek at this. See this map played out a little bit better here. This is the hourly chart. Hourly, we came, we wicked up. Now we're back basing below it again. We're in an imbalance right here. Kind of looks like a unicorn. Kind of feel pretty bullish. Go ahead and draw this out real quick. Might be a spot I'm looking for. Good morning, Saucy Man. How is the Tuesday going for you, brother? Busy, slow. Hopefully nice and slow for you. Price is pushing now back towards this 50% of this big imbalance that we've created. We obviously have Friday's lows here at the 750s, so some pretty decent liquidity. All we've done since open at 6 is just find lower prices. Asia found lower prices till midnight, and then we had a retrace at 3 and just continued selling. So love to hear that you're coasting, brother. Love to hear that you're coasting, brother. It's a good feeling. Come on. $15 points is what we're looking for here. Pushing back into this imbalance and closing out of it. I want to see the hourly candle, how this is going to actually close. We're seeming to make some bottoms here. Strong push off the EMA there. Excuse me. Plenty of time. Don't need to rush on anything. Just want to get ourselves in a good position to make some money today. I believe I wouldn't do that deal. 2610 out the door. I'm selling you the car for $1,000. Oh my god. So aggressive. Come on. Got the vibes this morning, boys. Let's go. Let's have a good day. Let's have a good day no matter what the chart says. I'm feeling kind of bearish. We have set lower prices. All Asia and London, we're just pushing lower. Damn, that chart looks hella funky. I know. Super weird right now. People aren't sure, you know. We had this giant move up last week. I mean, if you look at this, dude. From last Monday, so 2 weeks ago, we were down at 1770, okay? And now we're up here at 20,000, so like 3,000 points higher. Obviously, people aren't not sure. We took out this big liquidity spike at the 2037s. That's where we kind of pushed back below, and now we look like we're pressing lower. We have an hourly imbalance right here on this. This is what this rectangle is that I drew out for the hourly imbalance. So I'm either trying to see that price respects this and pushes back into close here, and we push higher for the day, maybe towards these Asia highs, or if not, then we're going to be looking for a spot to take a short, and I think that will probably be, I don't know, maybe this 900 level whole number. We'll see. We'll see. Definitely funky right now, though, Saucy. Let's see, though. Let's take a gander. Price is wicking, so you can see all these wicks in this box. So it shows me that price is somewhat trying to defend it. We haven't gotten a close below yet, but we'll see. We'll see how this candle, how this hourly closes. Opening price was 979. We open below the imbalance and push back into it. We're going to be a little patient here. I think if we push up and above this imbalance around these 900s, we could be looking for easily Asia highs to trade. So we might be taking a peek at that trade, see if there's high to break. Otherwise, we're still going to be kind of bearish. I just want to find a good spot where that makes sense. Price is pushing now back into the 900s. $19,860. So what's our range today? It doesn't feel as big. 2035 down to, yeah, it's not small. Getting a good pump though here. Kind of want to try a VWAP short. It's a little early to take a position, I feel like. But that's kind of what I'm seeing now. And we are trying to respect this imbalance here. So we're gonna just be patient. Find something sexy. Where did we just push to? Truly, I think we could long this EMA. Truly, I think we could long the EMA for 15 points, but I'm going to be a little bit more patient here. And just for the record, we could have totally long the EMA for 15 points and passed our accounts right there. Was an option. Was a definite option there. We're going to try one here. We're going to try one here. Try the EMA pull again. Trying to see if we can get a fill on the EMA here. We're respecting this imbalance on the hourly. We've already pushed up, looking for this bull flag to hold. We had wicks on the bottom of there. If it pushes here without us, then we're not going to be holding this order on here very long. Just going to be patient. Looking to get a fill here at these 40s. Be a nice fill if we can go before, if we can go get us before going to this 50% in the VWAP. I have a lot of conviction in it. Again, we're only looking for a couple points here, so we don't need anything crazy. Getting a tease on a fill here, 6 points now. Need one little flush in here. We're a little bit below EMA, which makes me a little feel like we may not get a fill, but the EMA is at the 43s, and we're looking for the 40s. Still liking this setup. If this doesn't hold, we're going to try to buy the 27s, but we're going to be patient. A little bit below the EMA now is what we're asking for. I want that to fill us before this holds. Otherwise, it's going to go press to the 50% range there and probably more of the EMA, the VWAP. Price is singing out the 50s right now. Just need a little tappy. Almost getting filled. Here's the VEMA test. Into the 45s. We're 3 points from fill. Maybe a little ambitious with our entry at the 40s flat there, but we're gonna hold. That wick makes me think we're gonna just push up now. I feel like that was our final try there. I don't really love it if we come get filled now, honestly. I'm gonna cancel our order. Don't really love it if we come get filled now. I do actually. Still don't mind it. Huh. I think more the 37s could trade. Yeah. Yeah, we're still gonna hold. We're still gonna try this line here. Still gonna hope for a push here. Trying to just get a little fill below the EMA. We may not get below the EMA though. That's the real thing here. 47s. We have an order at the 37s. Building a bit of a bull flag. I don't really want this bottom to break now, so we're going to go ahead and cancel our order because we shouldn't be filled if this doesn't give us these wicks. Otherwise, this setup isn't validated. So we're going to be patient. We are respecting this hourly imbalance and pushing back now towards this VWAP. This was the trade we were hoping for. We just didn't get in at the EMA there. The 45s was the option. If we get a pull down into these 30s would be really attractive. First 15-minute range hasn't been set yet. We're working on it right now. And it's going to look like possibly this, if we get a close. All right, there's our 15-minute range. Inside of this imbalance, we have a 15-minute range. I'm going to put an order here. Makes me think we realistically could come towards these lows of the 807s, closer to opening print price. The 50% range being a previous low, though, is where I'm more interested in holding. So I'm going to try that one first. Price looks like we might not get the opportunity, though. We're pressing off the EMA again. Did that end up being the 40 fill? Yes, we did. 40 to 55, so that would have been our counts past 2. Ooh. Price action is very choppy right now. First 15-minute range has been set. Whoa. I got scared out of that, but hold on. What's that reaction? We're going to cancel our order now. That was quite a reaction. Quite a reaction out of that candle. That means we had 9:45 news. We failed to press back to that VWAP there. It's quite interesting. On days like this where we see this continuation, it usually indicates they're going to respect that. I like that if they end up respecting this bounce here. Let's see how this candle closes. Where do we end up turning from? Trying to see if they can hold this 50% range. Looks like they're kind of trying. Price is undecided. We're pushing down. Only reason I'm not buying a long right here on these bottoms is because I already had the feeling that we could be pushing bearish depending on how this hourly candle closes. So if we don't get a close inside of this box, then for the next 13 minutes, that's going to be kind of indicative of where we're going for the day. We would have already been filled on this trade. So we'd be in right now at the 806s if we tried this spot. Definitely want to see volume die out if we're going to go for the long retracement here. Although I'm feeling more bearish like I mentioned earlier. Excuse me. Feeling a bit more bearish. Getting a little bit of mixed signals here. We're gonna try one here. We're in. Want to see this bottom hold. This is where this wick was, where we already found some support. Pressing off of the EMA might be the problem for us here, though. We are finding some support, or there was our resistance support, selling support at the EMA there. Looks like we're gonna take a stop. We're getting wicked. Yeah, it's not gonna defend the way we wanted to see it, unfortunately. All right, boys. Well, we got one more try now. And I do think that the selling is showing themselves, like we mentioned previously. Reason I bought that was for the supported wick here at these bottoms. We were retrying that low. So you see that return sometimes, but not this time. So let's see the candle close in 10 minutes here. If we close outside of this box, we're going to only be looking for a short. And yeah, so now we just wait. Now we just take a gander and see what happens. Oh yeah, finding lower prices now. Let's see if we push outside of the 15-minute range. If so, we're definitely going to be looking short. Boom. Now we just got to try to find a spot that would make sense to get in with this move. Wait for some type of a retracement. That was a pullback into the 50%. I didn't notice that. That was a mistake. Then I didn't just notice the trade we just took there, where we were pulling back into this 50%. Not very attractive. I didn't notice that, and the rejection off of that is pretty strong. So pushing down now into the 760s. If we get a good wick here, I'm gonna short. If we get a good pop back up into this range, I'm gonna take a short. Feels like we may not. Price got down to there. We just tried Friday's lows, where this imbalance was created. So let's see then if we double bottom here or what goes on. Got the vibes this morning, boys. Holding these 770s. I feel like we're going to get another big pull through here. Don't see the structure I want to see yet for a long reversal. Trying towards these lows still. There it is. See the reaction out of here. If we wick back into this range, I might take a stab along. Limit sell 5 here at the EMA retest if we can get it. Back at the 82s. May not get it if we end up failing to hold these 53s. If we don't hold these 50s, we're going to be pushing lower, probably into the 700 hold number. Be an important moment to observe. Five minutes till the hourly candle closes. What I'm kind of seeing and thinking about would be us to come sweep below this low. We're going to try this 7. We're not going to take this order off, though. If we get a fill here at the 81, we're going to try it. May not get it because the EMA is at 76, so we're 5 above it, but we're going to see here. This may stop at the EMA, but we're going to try for a fill here at the 81s, right above the EMA. Just got tickled there. All right, we're in this. We're not looking for 15, though. We're looking for 26 to pass these counts for today. We're looking for something like that for this to play out for us, boys. Want to see this EMA hold. Want to see this get pushed back towards that low. Having sellers keep this below the EMA and have this wick will be a pretty attractive thing into this 15-minute range. Having this wick and push below the EMA will be huge for our position. Want to see this push back towards the low a day here. Sellers got to defend this try from the buyers. Want to see it flush here. Decent little move. Want to see it close and carry. Don't want to see this wick. Want to see this continue lower now. Trying back to the 70s where we previously found that bottom. The thicker this candle closes, the better for us. We want to see this really below the 70s. 67s would be big. It's getting a better close. Trying the EMA again here. Want to see the sellers continue to support this EMA and push price lower. We're only looking for the 54s here. Get day one on these accounts passed. Price is still battling at the EMA. 2 minutes left on the hourly candle. Want to see a close below previous low. Would be a very good price action for us. Anything compressing below the EMA is still pretty good for us. Above the EMA now would be danger. Because of where we're at, compressing below the EMA, I'm going to be safe to put our break even on, so that if we do get a retest of above the EMA, we'll be safe. Want to see this hold. Want to see EMA continue to compress price here. I'm going to flush towards these 50s. Not a bad start. Want to see it continue now. Close below these previous candle lows is pretty good for our trade. Only looking for a few more points now. We're looking for the 2054 or the 754 to trade. Few points now. 6 points from our target. Oh my god, I just wicked our price. Awesome. No, we just made too much money. 1672. So I'll have to make 1600 again tomorrow. Yikes. Well, Saucy, we have to try to do something crazy here. We have to do something crazy. Let's see if everyone followed. 51,672. So we passed day one on these. Problem is we're 150 points, $150 too high. Our target is only 1,500, which would be 50%. So now if I run with this account, I'll have to get these accounts to 53,000 and like 200, 300. Appreciate it, brother. Problem is we're 150 points, so I might just take one contract here, take a short because I think this is gonna go up, and then take a 10-point stop for 200 bucks. Oh, I hate it because I could make money here too. All right, well, let's just change our settings here. We're going to change risk to $200. No, $150. $150. Save this. And now we're going to try to lose on purpose, even though you can't go over. I can go over, but now if I do that, I have to make this same amount again. So now tomorrow, instead of having to make 1,500, I'd have to make another 1,672. So, and this is what I was actually looking to see. Price closed. We pushed back below this price. This new hourly pushed below this, and now we're going to push longer. So I would be long, and I would be looking for, you know, VWAP potentially. I'd be playing this long, so which means we're going to take a short because I got to lose 150 bucks, or technically, yeah. Yeah, I would put an order down here for like a long. Now that this imbalance is also being created on top of the inverse, oh my goodness, it's kind of so attractive. This feels like a big opportunity to get long, but I gotta lose some money, so I might just take a short here. Hopefully just take a, I don't want to, oh, it feels so bad. It feels so unnatural to force a loss. My prediction though is we're gonna get a pullback into this price. Now that we have this imbalance created, we're going to get a pullback into like this bottom. 767, you could take a nice long off of, I think. Bummer. Hey. Yeah, I'd be long in all this right now. This is very, very attractive. I'd be long in the 67s if I'd missed that other move. All right, well. We have to lose $150 here, so I'm not excited about this. Feels very bad, feels very unnatural, but we're gonna go for it. Oh, nice little stretchy stretch. Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna take a short here because I want it to. I know this feels very bullish to me. This feels very bullish to me, so. Unfortunately, it means we're going to short the EMA here and lose some money on purpose. Oh, you guys ready? Oh, it's going to feel so gross. I'm going to wait for a pullback into the EMA, and I'm going to take a short. I hate this. This is actually horrible. It is not less risky to just try to have to make a little more tomorrow. Technically, it kind of isn't a bad idea, Saucy, because I would only need to be looking for, instead of 15 points, I need 16, what do I need? 16 and a half points off first trade. So looking for another point and a half isn't really that big of a deal, but it's not really risky to do this, only because I already have my risk, 150. So I really shouldn't be able to lose more than that no matter what. Like, it's going to put my stop loss in and take my money. And one contract, I lose 150. Here, I'll even do it like this. I'll even be a little bit more safe here. Let's do this. Let's do 140. Save. And it really isn't a risk other than if I get a bad fill. If I got a bad fill and lost extra on the fill, then we'd be cooked and that'd be bad. But this is the push I was looking for. I'm telling you guys, this was classic. Classic. If I had my exit phase today instead of like trying to build up, holy cow, we'd be making money. I'd be longing a pullback. As soon as we get a pullback into this price at like 70, oh my God. Why? Because we had this imbalance that we pushed down. We're finding support on this bottom here, right? So I'm going to delete this imbalance now because it's going to just distract some people. But look at this bottom, right, on the hourly chart. Boom, okay? We're supporting that bottom with this big hourly push into it. Instead, on this new hourly candle, what we did is we opened, we pressed below previous price low, which is also below this low, and now we're pressing back into it with direction. I think this is going to continue quite a bit, and so I don't know. I feel good about it. Problem is we already made the money we need, and now we just need to try to find a good spot to lose your money. To lose your money. I'm going to take a short here on the pullback. And we're not getting a pullback. It's so funny. I'd be longing this. This would be this would be my long. Which is why we're going to take a short. Try to force some dollars out of our pockets. Hey. Come on now. Give us a pullback in this EMA right here so I can take a long or short. Pull back one more time. All right, Saucy, you ready? I'm about to hit the button. You ready for this, buddy? Here we go. Forcing money out of our pocket here. Forcing money out of our pocket here. Come on, go get that red line. This is feels so unnatural. Feels horrible. Stop it. Go get our red line. This would be the pullback of a lifetime. I would be longing all the way to VWAP. Just trying to force a little bit of money out of our pocket so we can get this day closer and healthier to pass. EMA is going to hold, and we're going to get our fill right to our red line right here. It's so funny that if we were in this for a long, we'd be like praying for this retreat. Like, go, go, go. 1489. See, we got a bad fill. 180. We were risking 40 there. 140 and got a fill at 180. Ah! Fuck. It's okay though, because they're only, you know, $11 short. What I'll do tomorrow, I'll just make, you know, 15, 20. So $20 more. So it is. We still passed today. Today's beautiful. We did it. Way better than 170. Look at this push that we would have been longing off the EMA, Saucy. We would have been longing this, and we'd be up another 30 points. Man, today's price action was really good and really readable. Lots of money to be made today. Like I said, we took this short here, made the money. I would have switched positions at the bottom of this low. Once we pushed down here and retraced, I would have longed this, playing this back towards EMA, I mean the VWAP. Very attractive price action. I'd at least be playing for a break of this high. So we would have just gotten lots of opportunity there. But overall, a good trading day. We made our 1,500. We got a shitty fill there, so you can see how that can be dangerous. But yeah, everything for why we saw this bouncing here and why this is what the trade we would have targeted, all lined up. Beautiful trade. Good job reading and seeing the charts today. Sadly, we could only trade combines instead of XFAs and capitalize, but you know, we do what we can do. We losing from. Glad you know I tried holding a short from 779. Laughed my ass off. You did not. You did not, Thomas. Was it from this first pullback here? Or we took short? I took this short. I took the short from this first 779. I think that was actually my entry. Or no, I think I said 781. So I got filled up here at the 81s, and then we pushed down, got the 26 there. And then this long is what I was really, like if we were in X phase or whatever, that's what I would have been targeting this long. Like this is textbook, dude. Like crazy. That sucks though, buddy. So what? Wait, glad you know I tried holding a short from 779. Yeah, so I was fading you, buddy. Sucks. I think, depending on how this candle closes, you could try a VWAP short plus the top of this price. You know, it's decent confluences here for if you're still looking shorts. Unfortunately, I just think buyers are in control, bro. They've just been pushing this thing since fucking, you know what I mean? I mean, look at all these pullbacks. Little pullback, massive rip. Little pullback, massive rip. Little pullback. We'll see. We either continue, or massive looking rip. Either a little pullback or a massive rip. You're saying, okay, at the door, I'm selling you the car for $1,000. Holy cow. Well, this would have been a beautiful long. Yeah, I just can't long. I don't have it in me. I understand that, brother. I understand that, brother. Shorts make money when the market's dying. And that, I mean, it makes sense. And right now, it's like, how do you long this economy? How do you long this world? How do you long anything? So, I completely get it, buddy. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, because longs don't really make sense long term either. Down 2K, is that in the 20 points in your live with 50 with a 5 law, or is that your, no, because you wouldn't be able to, you can only risk 1,000 the other one, so. Yeah, well, that means you still have life, and your next trade is going to smack, buddy. That means your next trade is going to smack. Tim, I found a 22 Camry SE all-wheel drive for 26. And he said that's as best he can do. It's way below book. Plus 499, so that's 18, 26. Fricky. Oh, sorry. Well, as much as I love you boys and love hanging out, I'm going to be getting out of here a little early today. I kind of already got out of here early, come up here and do this, so. Doing our best here. Tomorrow, though, is going to be a beautiful day. Tomorrow, we're going to pass these accounts. It's going to be a nice Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to make some money. It's going to be a good Thursday. And then even more importantly, Friday. Oh, my God. Friday? We're going to make so much money Friday. I'm literally going to get a 25K payout next week. Okay? That's my thing. These accounts are going to get passed tomorrow. Thursday, I'm going to make the 3,000. Or I technically only need 2, but I'm going to make 3,000 on Thursday. And then Friday, I'm going to make 70 points with 5 contracts on these 5 accounts to get 10K on each one and have a 25K payout coming to me. That is what we are manifesting, boys. That's what we're manifesting. Speak it into existence type vibes, you know? So if you're looking for a short, Thomas, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a VWAP short? Because honestly, I think that's fairly attractive. We have the previous 15-minute range high here, even though we are pushing back into it. So, and we just retried the 50% of it and found some support. So I don't know if this holds for like a complete retracement for the day, but I don't know. I'm kind of bullish, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I am. I am. They're just showing themselves. Here we go. We're getting a strong push into the 900s now. This would have been a beautiful trade. I literally would have gotten long. This is a beautiful trade. Crazy. Crazy. That's what we did. If I seen this trade on Friday, I just made my money. You know, we just did the thing. So crazy. But some days are like that. Some days, you know, you get lucky. Strong push into the VWAP now, a little bit above it. Damn it. Why'd you do that to me? It's this one. Alright. So I'm still car shopping. Trying to make this work. Sucks. What's K&R? K&R. What is K&R? All right. Price did retry this VWAP now and this top of this 15-minute range, and we're finding higher prices. Like I said, this was textbook long here. Like it really was. Slept the previous low, sold off into this previous low. This next hourly candle pushed below that, and then found some support immediately, and now we're pressing higher. Kendra Auto Sales, okay. Wow, price really is ripping right now. Absolutely ripping. Up into the 900s now. It's crazy to think that we'd be in this from like the 83s. It'd be a 100-point trade. It'd be 10 grand if we were with 5 contracts. If we did this tomorrow or Thursday, we'd. It's just a beautiful, just beautiful. Seen this one. Pretty decent day. Pushing to the 900s now. Oh, 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 oh. Got the vibes in here. The tunes are just tuning, you know? Just tuning up the tunes here. Thomas, if you are looking for a retracement short, possibly these 900 and the 908s. It's an option. I'm sure you're already looking at that. I'm sure you already have your play. How's everyone else doing, though? So we got 3 people. One Sauce, one's Tim, and someone else on there viewing, hanging out. How's your trading day going, brother? I appreciate you guys for being here, by the way. Hit like if you haven't yet. It helps out a ton. I think most of you guys are subscribed, other than possibly the other viewer. Still pressing into the 900s now. Price is finding a lot of support. Up about 150 points from this bottom at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock bottom, we're up 150 points from there. Genuinely, I can't believe how much this was like textbook. Like, I would have, this is just crazy, crazy. Could be a nice head and shoulders, though, if we press back into this 20,000 area for like a long-term reversal, if we are going to go. I mean, the only thing is we found a really strong bottom here at the 750s, like a really strong bottom. And now we're pressing higher into the 900s, so. I'm going to delete this 15-minute range as well. Delete that 15-minute range. Alright, you're right. It's not textbook. It was, from what I have observed, as very consistently something that plays out. Where this bottom was supported, we had an hourly press into below it, and then once it was reclaimed, this was just like, not to say it, but it was pretty attractive. It was. Thomas. Oh shit, just like they draw it up in history class, bro. If I was you, I'd be looking for a pullback into, like, I don't even know at this point. We already supported that 50%. We supported that. Tough. It is tough. There ain't no more looking. I'm done for the day. Well, that makes sense, buddy. A tough day. A tough day in the charts of what we're looking at here on a Tuesday. Hopefully this week, this is gonna be our week, buddy. Tomorrow you're gonna hit 3 days right in a row, okay? And smash them too. Like, it's like, that's the thing. Like, this setup, that we just take a peek at, we're going to see it play out again. And you're going to freaking, except the other way around because you're short. And we're just going to play it the other way. We're going to sweep a high, push back in, you're going to short, and we're going to run it. Problem is like, if you're only trying to make money on the shorts, then you're, you know, economically, you know, I get it. I do. We want the world, we want America to do good, but Trump's doing the thing, so. A newer year. Same mileage in 26,000 out the door. All right, boys. I'm texting, trying to get this car fulfilled. Past day 1 today. No more options of what we're really going to be looking at. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Sauce, if you're still here hanging out, I love you, buddy. Means the world to me. Hope you're learning. Hope you're kind of getting some of this into your head for when you're here poking the charts with us. Thomas, I don't know if you're here anymore because there's only one viewer, but I love you, buddy. Appreciate you greatly, too. And yeah, anyone else here, you guys mean the world. Hit like if you have not. Hit subscribe. Join the party. We'll be back doing it all week, the rest of the week. And that's how we're going to do it. All right.